Welcome to the vlog.
Hey guys, welcome to day 8 of the Zimmerman Life, and it's a late one today. We're coming at you at, what time is it?
It's already 7:45.
7:45, and that's because we had such a busy day today, and so we're gonna squeeze this one in, and we thought it'd be interesting for you guys because we're actually getting ready for tomorrow's big event. We're vending at Harvest Festival down at St. Marie among the Hurons, which is a nice museum in our town of Midland. So we're just going to have a casual type of sit-down chit-chat vlog with you guys while we get ready for that event. As you can see here, these are all of the soaps we are going to be bringing to the event, and Cale is labeling them nicely.
These were just extra labels that I had left over from a previous job, but now I'm going to be making specific labels for all of these guys.
Yep. We also have over 100 bath bombs that we need to shrink wrap, so we'll show you us doing that. And we also want to go back in time a little bit and talk about our very first event and how getting ready for that event compares to us getting ready for today's event. So if that's something that you are interested in watching, then keep watching.
Some of these were already peeled off, so we can still use those. They're still good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is what happens when a laser printer tries to print on paper that it's not supposed to print on.
I can have this in here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. This is our Zimmerman Life vlog, so they're getting the real story.
The uncensored boxed
Cheers.
wine version.
So we have this tower of soap that we need to label. Here are our labels. I knocked this over. This was a tower.
You knocked those down.
And now it's not a tower. We are going to label these, and then we'll get
Put those on there because that's all on the same sheet.
Oh, okay.
There's a system.
Cale has a system.
These are stacks of 10, and there's 10 labels front and back on each sheet. So each one of those sheets is going to line up with one of these pillars.
Okay. So we wanted to take this time as we were labeling these soaps to reflect a little bit about the first event that I ever prepared for. It was Christmas time.
3 years ago, because it was the Christmas right after we moved into this house.
Yeah. So it was that long ago, but there is a huge difference between now and then, and one of the biggest differences is the fact that Cale's actually here helping me. I was by myself until 3 a.m. packaging my soaps. But there's a reason. Back then, I wasn't wrapping my soaps up in this really convenient and quick shrink wrap system. I was using paper that I was cutting and gluing and tying, and I am a bit of a control freak, so I didn't trust Cale to do it, so I was very stubborn about doing all these soaps for that event, and I was up until 3 a.m. doing them. So that's one big difference. But Cale did help me sell soaps at that event. You were there with me.
Yeah.
So that was really
I didn't really know
nice.
what I was walking into. I didn't know what to expect, but I had a really great time at it.
So did I.
Yeah.
I learned so much. I remember this one guy. We weren't really catering to men at all, I don't think. We were just making whatever soaps that we were interested in the time.
Just making soap.
Yeah, just making soaps. And I remember him looking over our soaps, and he was like, "Do you have a soap that smells like the beach?" And I was like, "No, we don't." But it makes me laugh now because our signature soap, it's not picking it up. This camera was supposed to be a better camera. It's not.
Is it focusing on me instead?
Yeah.
Because I'm so handsome?
I'm trying to cover you up, but it's still not. It refuses. Oh.
What? Did I help if I go?
There you go. If this was on our table 3 years ago, that man would have snapped up our Georgian Bay soap, I swear. What do you remember from that first event?
I remember our friend Chris coming up with his date at the time. Our friend that caught the pheasant the other day.
Yeah.
He came to support us at that event.
Yeah.
Yeah, this event was just in a small little, not even town, like just a small little hamlet, little community. A lot of just local support Yeah, we didn't know much about the area going in. Jerika, you got the invite from the organizer who used to be a soap maker herself, right?
Yes. This was when I first started, and we had already moved here to Midland, and this was before our company was called Quench. It was called the Bassett Soapery. And I was really wanting to do my first event. I was pretty desperate to get that experience in. So when I saw the event organizer advertise this event to, I think it was a soaping group. It wasn't even a general crafters group. It was in a soaping group. And I answered her message and I said, yes, like I'm willing to do this. And I sent her my website so that she can check out our products, and we were in. It was just that easy. I did have to fill in an application though, I think. Mm-hmm. But she was a soap maker herself, and she was really nice. And that event was really, really fun, and I learned a lot about how people interacted with our products. And that was the event that I realized that we needed elevation. Our soaps were really low. We didn't have any risers to
Everything was flat on the table.
Yeah, everything was flat.
So I remember you talking about that, like shortly after that, how customers, their heads are all, they're talking to you, but their heads are all down, like looking down at your table, and you really want to have things elevated so that, you know, they're looking at your products and it's not so much distance between them looking at your products and making eye contact with you.
I didn't know how much product to bring because I literally had no clue going into it how well or how badly we would do. And so I brought as much as I could. And I remember we didn't sell out, not by a long shot, but we still made some really good money.
But
for a very first event.
We left there thinking, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
The number that we made was in was it like $330?
Yeah, we thought we made that, but then what did we actually end up making?
Well, I guess the fee for it was like $30 or $35. Mm-hmm. So come out around the $300 mark after paying for the table, but then, you know, there's a cost for making all the goods and everything.
It really lit a fire underneath us. We got addicted to selling our stuff in person from that moment on, I think. We really fell in love with it.
And then right after that, we had a few kind of bummer events, like...
Oh, yeah.
Bummer events like Valentine's Day, and then like Easter weekend after that, right?
Yeah, I suspected that doing events around the time of year wouldn't be as profitable. I kind of knew that, but it was not until I actually vended in events during that time of year that I realized people aren't really spending money around that time of year at all. And that's something that I had to learn. And we lost money on those events. We started off with a bang, and then we had a lot of duds afterwards. And it was definitely an experience that would discourage a lot of people because it's not easy when you first start out. You feel very vulnerable, you're really excited, and you need that motivation of sales to really keep you going. And when you don't have that, it's really up to just plain stubbornness that will get you. It's just that stubbornness that will keep you moving forward. And I'm glad that I stuck with it because we did our very first Butter Tart Festival that year, and that was an amazing event. So if you are vending at an event and you do really badly, that's okay. I've been there. We've done terribly at events where we've lost tons of money. We barely made any sales. But just because you have a really bad experience in a really bad event doesn't dictate how the rest of them are going to be. I feel that as long as you approach each event as a learning opportunity, then you really can't go wrong. And that's what I did when we were having those really bad events. I was making connections, I was learning about our display, I was learning how to sell, and that was another skill that I had no experience in. And that's really valuable, I think. You always had the gift of selling. People really like you and are drawn to you.
Me?
Yeah.
I have the gift of gab.
Yeah. Cale can relate to people on so many different levels and so easily, whereas I feel I'm more awkward when it comes to that.
But not for everything. I really have to believe in the product. And when I'm talking to someone, I'm not thinking about making a sale. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Just gabbing. Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's the secret to making the sale is not being so obsessed about selling your product to someone, but more about making that connection with them on a personal level. Just talk about how their day is doing or chat about how they're enjoying the festival or event or farmer's market that you're meeting them at. But that's only something that you really get a hang of if you do a bunch of them over and over again. And people ask me all the time about their events and what they should do, and often my advice is to just do them. Just go and experience it, because what happens to me at one event might be totally different than what happens to you at your event, and what happens to you at that event might not even happen the next event. It's so different. Over time you'll get the hang of it, and even then you will experience surprises like we do all the time. I don't think we can accurately predict how well or how badly we do. I feel like it's always, oh, that's a surprise. You know, if an event goes really bad, we don't expect it, and when it goes really good, we don't expect it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting then? Saying that, what are you expecting for tomorrow then?
So last year we did this event.
In terms of cases and everything, like things were okay at that time. Like the event went on, it was taking place outside. Things were okay, and people came out to it. So
it was a very limited event where the attendance was monitored and the amount of vendors were kept to a small number. But even then, we still did really well, and that was a surprise. So with that being said, I feel that this year it's going to be much of the same. I'm not expecting gangbuster numbers, but I'm still expecting it to go pretty well.
I thought you did really well.
Yeah.
For the event, with it being one day, and a big variable about how well you do is something you have no control over, which is the weather. So we've been kind of keeping an eye on the weather, and there has been a threat of rain that we've been looking at like this weekend. It's been dry this whole week, and it looks like a rain system is going to be coming in overnight, raining a good part of tomorrow. So, that may affect kind of how we have things displayed. We might have to have things kind of tucked away under a tarp, because we do not want our products getting wet. We've been there, we've done that, and it's not good.
No.
What is that, a French lavender?
I put the wrong label on this guy. That's what happens. I can't label and talk at the same time.
Oh. We can charge double for that one then, right?
No.
It's like...
There you go.
Can we get a count and see how many I did and how many you did?
No. That'll be a fun video, though. Husband versus wife who labels faster.
I would destroy you. My day on Saturday is usually getting up around 4:30, 4:45, 5 o'clock if I want to sleep in. So the fact that this event tomorrow starts at 10 and is just not as close as the normal farmers market, but it's only a couple minutes away, allows us to kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the morning, and then go have fun at an event.
And because after this event we will be leaving for our vacation on Thursday, we've already turned off our websites, and we will be truly on vacation in terms of the soap business as of Monday. So that's good, as we're preparing for things. I'll still be filming videos. So that is it for this vlog. I think we're pretty tired and we have a lot more still to do, so we're gonna do that. And then we will see you guys tomorrow. We are going to show you our setup and bring you along to show you what our event booth looks like. It's not that much more different from our farmers market booth. There's probably a lot more product on there than what's on our farmers market booth, would you say?
Yeah, there's going to be more product.
So stick around or stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog for that. But until then, keep being awesome. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. And we just hit over 100 subs. That is so cool. Woo! And we are marching steadily towards 50K on our Jerika Zimmerman channel. So that is wild. But anyways, have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye.